Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a hectic week over here in Pinfield's land. There's been quite a few comments. Lovely talking to you all. Let's keep it going. I think by the looks of it, you've found the recent videos on the Boss unit, which is down there, as ever, quite useful. As have I, actually. I hope you can see that this is a real process. It is me genuinely transitioning from pedal board to digital multi-effects, and I thought if it was interesting for me, then perhaps it would be interesting for you as well. I am sat here with a guitar, but we're not going to be in the studio today. We are going to rehearsal. The first rehearsal for the shows that I am doing this year, throughout this year, and I thought it would be fun for us all to get out of the house, because that is important, and to go to rehearsal, and I'll take you along. And you can see and hear on the poor to average quality camera mic the band in rehearsal, me using the GX-10, me using the guitars that we've mentioned so far. And that is the plan. So the video that is coming up is going to be a little day vlog, if you like, of a 5-hour rehearsal and everything that goes with it. We're rehearsing at a place called the Cellar Rooms, which is in the centre of Wolverhampton, and it is everything that is great about an independent rehearsal room. It is 100% independent, and it's set up by Rob, who is a great musician and a lovely guy, and he set it up and runs it how a musician would want a rehearsal room to be run. The Cellar Rooms itself is in the cellar of, I think now, like many of them, defunct music venue in Wolverhampton. It was called the Slade Rooms. If you know anything about Midlands music history, you'll know why that is. And it is in the basement of the Slade Rooms. And I think they've just done a great job up there, and it's also the home of the Andy Neville Guitar Workshop, who is a fantastic tech and luthier. And I'm hoping to bring some of these people into the channel, because they are part of the musical life of Wolverhampton, and people that I interact with, and I guess part of my life. And they are great, and they're incredibly knowledgeable, and I think that would be fun for us all. We will, of course, be back in the studio next week. I've got a really cool video. It's something that, again, just I happened upon whilst faffing about with the GX-10 recently, tying in two of my favourite things, which is one, the Fender Stratocaster, and two, a famous player of the Strat. But you're going to have to tune in to find out who I'm talking about. It's not Hank B. Marvin. A very good morning to you folks, hope you're well. We're out nice and early on this freezing Saturday morning, because today is the first rehearsal of the Bryony Williams band. I play guitar in that band, and you might have seen in the last couple of videos I've been working with the GX-10 pedal. Well, this afternoon is going to be the first run out for that little beauty in the real world. So why don't you come along for the ride and see how I get on. So yeah, the band, the Bryony Williams band, I joined, I've known Bryony for a very long time, and we've worked together in the studio on and off for, well, mostly on actually. Bryony's one of the main great people that I work with, and it's probably been getting on for 10 years actually that I've known Bryony. But when we met, I was playing live, and I was doing a lot of gigs. That was a huge part of my life, and then I essentially retired from doing all of that nonsense because I got sick of it. I've been doing it since I was 15 years old, and by the time I hit my early 30s, I kind of felt like I needed a break. I do understand now about the balance you need as a musician. I understand better anyway about the balance you need as a musician, and I was just doing a lot of one thing and not much of the other thing. And then it went the other way for a few years and I did no performing. And that's when we started YouTube. And in the last 12 months, 18 months, I've really felt the urge to get back into playing live, and it coincided with Bryony and the band needing another guitarist. So really for me it was a no-brainer, and I guess it's a piece of advice really. The thing I always think if you're thinking about joining any project is, do you like the people involved? And I've known Bryony for a really long time, and the other people in the band are great, so it ticks that box. Do you like the music? Well, I love the music because I'm personally invested in that music. I've worked with Bryony on it, and so it feels incredibly personal to me, and it's not just a set. It doesn't feel like a session. It feels like actually I can get into it on a personal level, as if it almost were my band, but it's not. As opposed to the session gig where you're just paid to turn up, and if you like it, that's a bonus. And then the other thing is, are you motivated to do the work? Because it's all very well saying, I'm gonna join a band, but then actually if you met me 10 years ago, am I motivated to go out and play live? The answer would have been absolutely not. So whilst the idea of being in a band and being a musician, it might sound great to you, the work is a different thing, and you either know what that is or you don't know what that is. And if you do know what it is, then you definitely you'll know whether you're motivated or not. And if you don't know what the work is, the reality of it, then you you might not know until you've agreed to do it. But for me, obviously, I've been doing gigs for a very long time. I know the reality of that stuff, and I was still hugely up for doing it. So the basic plan for today is Bryony's coming over to the house. We're going to meet up and go through some guitar-y bits, because I forgot to mention that Bryony has also got a Boss GX-10. Boss, if you're watching this, get in touch. I'm sure I'll be able to convince our bass player Dan to get one today, and then we are all Boss people. We're going to do a bit of work on the sounds first, then it's going to be getting up to town and going to the rehearsal studio, maybe a coffee first, and I'll show you the rehearsal studio. It's a fantastic studio, and I think actually it's a hidden gem in the Wolves music scene, such as it is. Maybe not even a hidden gem, it's just a gem. It's brilliant. So you'll see that, and you might even get to see a bit of us rehearsing. So stay tuned, back in a sec. Come on then. Let's go. Wait. Come on then. Check this out, music fans. Oh, is that the neatest packing you've ever seen? Come on now. And we got 72 Telecaster back in action. Set that up yesterday. It's playing really nicely. And then we got, now you don't need to take an amp to rehearsal to this place we're going, but I'm taking that today just because basically I want to hear it really loud, see how it sounds with a pedal. And that's the Fender Blues Junior Mark III. You ready to get mauled?
Absolutely. Ready for it.
Down. Stop it. I think someone's a little bit excited to see Auntie Bryony.
Hello.
Peanut, that's enough.
Oh, hello. So.
What's that there, Bryony? That's a curly lead.
It's a curly
Hell
lead.
yeah.
It's a chunky curly lead.
Nice. Look at that. That is a Jamie Davey custom.
Special.
I was saying that, with mine, what I've done is reference it up here on the speakers and then on the amplifier, because it does sound different. So you probably will want to do that at some point.
Yeah.
I would suggest. Yeah, nice. Let's get cracking. Breathe in.
I always get a bit scared with this one.
Yeah.
Because it feels tight. And I'm just like, is it gonna just... So when it comes to the gigs, I'm bringing like my second guitar for sure.
Good
just
shout.
as a backup. Tremolo could maybe be a bit more...
It's a beautiful sound. Let's go. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nice. So that, to me, that almost sounds like a part where you're singing the checking in, checking out
Yeah.
bit. So use that for that
For that.
post-chorus.
Okay.
That actually sounds like a hotcake now. We're on the way to practice now, gang. It's warmed up a bit. There's Bryony, she's driving. It's always nice to have a day off the driving. Whenever I get driven anywhere, I'm grateful, you know, I don't underestimate, having been a driver, how much stress it adds to your day. So thank you, Bryony, that's very kind of you.
It's alright. Anytime.
We're gonna have a little look around the cellar rooms. If I get a chance, I'll show you around. There's some cool stuff around. If you've ever been to Wolverhampton, you've definitely not been to the cellar rooms. Maybe you know the other bits around there, but we will have a look at it.
The Slade rooms.
We got the Slade rooms, which is above. That was part of the surprise, actually.
Spoiler.
So spoiler, yeah. I don't know if it is still a venue or it certainly was a venue, but basically the cellar rooms, what's cool about it is it's in the basement, in the cellar, funnily enough. And it's just a great rehearsal room. It's a rehearsal room done right. So we'll have a look around there and we'll maybe get a coffee at some point. Depends how keen everyone is, really. We're going now. Bye! Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the cellar rooms.
Play it over like a four-way like WhatsApp video.
Hey, mate.
Like Lizzie McGuire type. The toilet. I mean, you've got to see the light switch.
Hurry up.
The light switch is really cool.
Right.
And
Oh yeah, look at that.
Picture of us in there as well.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, where? There.
Boom.
2021. Crazy.
Nice.
You got a little gremlin over there.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. We're in room 1, ready to make some noise.
So Matthew, you
Hi.
are lead guitarist and content creator from now on.
So it would seem. Do you want to introduce yourself to the camera, Bryony?
Yeah, Brownie Williams.
Hi.
Hello.
That's electronic drums. And then we've got Dan on the bass over here.
Hello, hello.
All lovely people.
We're just really awkward. Well, I'm really awkward. I'll own up to that.
You know, like.
If you... There you go, that's better. Don't, for yourself, you'll be out of shot if you take a step back.
Okay.
Essentially. And heck, you're in it, but you...
Yeah.
I think this symbol's kind of...
Legs is fine.
most fun the songs I've had.
That's really good to give it that.
Let's go.
forget to like and subscribe. I do mean that. Like and subscribe. Cheers.
Just kidding, but seriously.
Just kidding.
I'm just
really.
kidding. But in all seriousness, please.
But for
like
real.
and subscribe. Oh, the laughs we have.
was you then with that one.
Well, that's the end of rehearsal. How about
Not
that?
true, but it's.
We're done.
I mean, slushies are amazing. Until like you get halfway down.
Yeah.
Then they're not amazing. Oh. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, did
And
you
lovely
just
to
get that
hang
noise
out.
on video?
Alright, at this point in the vlog I thought I'd just show you around. So you got the little office there, then we head down past all that gear, past 10 snare drums, past the bog, and straight down the corridor, loads of amps there, and a bin. And past the room that we're in, so you've seen a bit of that already. And then I stop and into room 2. And you can see similar sort of room, a little bit bigger. I actually prefer room 1. I've been in that one a couple of times. Room 1's sort of got a tighter sound, load of amps on the left there. Into a little control room, you can see a bunch of like old tape machines there. That's basically Rob's collection of recording equipment. It's really cool. And then into sort of the bigger performance space, pop the light on and you can see it. Never actually been in there. Looks pretty cool though. Some lockers. And back up the corridor, a load of marshals there. Amazing what he was able to do with the place. Particularly Wolverhampton Council being what it is, that he ever got away with it in the first place. And here we are, back in the reception. Right, you're ready to go.
Ready to go, ready to sleep.
Just come out of practice. This beautiful old building here, which we're going past. See if we can get a little shot off the front. Look at that. That is the Lighthouse Cinema, which is just across the road from the rehearsal space. I think the greatest cinema in the world, if pushed. And then we spin around here.
Dun, dun, dun.
And there's the cellar rooms.
Yeah.
So that's where we've been, predictably. Much more hectic than you ever think it's going to be. You start rehearsing and you think, man, we got loads of time, and then the time just flies. Would you agree with that, Bryony?
Oh.
I mean, we do spend quite a bit of time doing stuff other than rehearsing, but like you start playing and literally 5 hours just gone. Is that what we did, or we did 4.5 hours?
We
did 4 hours, yeah.
Could have done 2 more, like at least.
Could have easily got a couple more, for sure. But on the whole, I think a pretty successful practice. Everyone was happy.
Put a shift in.
We did put a shift in. What I think is great, and you can feel free to chime in, Bryony, what I think is great about the Bryony Williams band.
The band.
Right? No. What I think is great about it is there's no dead weight, right? Everyone is pulling their weight in their own way, including me, which is saying something. No, but in all seriousness, the thing with bands, one of the worst situations you can have with a band is 3 people absolutely kicking ass and 1 person barely turning up. And when you've got all 4 people pointing in the same direction, only good things happen.
And I think we're all on like the same energy level a bit. Like, I always think of myself as really awkward because I feel like anything I do just kind of transpires as awkward. But that's just because I overthink quite a lot of things. Whereas I think you're quite more bullshit and bold. I'm not afraid to have like a bit of fun. And I think Hector and Dan, I don't know what I'm talking about at the moment, but
it's all making perfect sense to me.
Yeah, they're just, we're all quite like on the same vibe. It's all mellow and chill is what I'm trying to say, and then we have our like nuances.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
When we come on, but then we all change when we go on stage,
Mm-hmm.
in a good way. We all kind of come out of our shells. That's, I think, what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I think we're all really focused, obviously, in rehearsal, because
yeah, I'd agree.
we're
Like,
trying to be
I remember
perfectionists.
back to like, my first rehearsal with you lot last year, and I was sort of surprised by the professionalism, really, particularly of like, obviously I knew how you worked,
Yeah.
but in terms of Dan and Hector, just super professional guys, and you know they're just getting on with it. You're not, you don't have to like what's the word? You don't have to even really think about them in the sense of like they're just going to show up and everything's going to be correct and sort of learned, and
We're all self-motivated, aren't we?
that is what you want, really, isn't it?
That's good.
That's the thing. It's very dark now, so maybe we'll pick it up when there's ample street lighting.
Okay, question.
Go on.
What's in your head right now in terms of from rehearsal, in terms of music?
Oh, that's a really good question. What song?
I've currently
Okay, what we'll do after 3, we'll say it.
Oh, wait,
Is it a song? You're going to say a song title, yeah? Or like a piece of music?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There's a piece
I should remember what song it was.
Okay, so do you know what song it is?
Yeah.
After 3, we'll say it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. America.
Oh.
So what was it for you?
I Can Be.
I Can Be. Okay, interesting. FYI, YouTube people, I Can Be is a Bryony Williams song,
Which is already out.
which is out and has been for bloody ages.
Yeah, but I think it's the one I've got most streams on, actually.
Is it? So that's Bryony Williams' biggest song, and then the one I said is America, which is not out yet.
Oh, it will be.
But what we'll do, what I think would be cool, Bryony, if you're up for it, is we'll get you in when the album comes out for a proper podcast, and so you can talk about the album.
Yeah.
That'd be really good.
Yes, I'd love that. I love talking.
Nice.
Talking with a cup of tea.
I like talking.
I like talking.
Yeah. Well, look, it's getting dark again, folks. We're nearly home.
Baby.
Look at this. That's exactly what you need after rehearsal, isn't it?
A warm hug.
Yes, a huglet. And we're back home. Just like that, the day is over. Super productive day, though. The rehearsal went really well. Got through the whole set twice. And considering, we don't see each other to practice that regularly, it's like start rehearsals if we've got some gigs coming up. Everyone was on top form and it went super well. The set sounding great. We didn't quite get the cover that we'd sort of prepared individually into the set for the first show, I don't think, but plenty of time for that. We got loads of shows this year. So hopefully you've enjoyed the change in content. We're going to do a bit more of this, I think, mainly because I very much enjoy doing it. And I think what I'm going to do, the next vlog will be, I'm going to actually take you along to some of the shows, the first show, maybe a few of the shows, and then you'll get to see everything in action. As far as the Boss GX-10, I should probably report on that, shouldn't I? It's worked out great today. Obviously, Bryony's got one as well. But yeah, in the wild, 10 out of 10. I feel like it definitely improved the songs that we were doing, having sounds that were more like the records. You can obviously go crazy doing that stuff, but it added enough that I think it was definitely worth doing and putting the time in. And as far as the switching, both me and Bryony were in up-down mode, Bri, was it?
Yes.
We're in up-down mode, which means we've both got slightly different approaches. I've got presets for each song, so I've got, say, 2 or 3 presets per song that I'm just literally blasting through, going backwards if I need to, up and down. And Bryony has set up sound-based presets. So, Bryony clean, Bryony dirt, Bryony more dirt, etc. Bryony delay, Bryony chorus. How many you got altogether?
Maybe 4. With them each, they've each got like an add-on with the foot switch.
That's cool. Yeah, so
8 really.
Okay. 8 sounds available on 4 switches, which then Bryony's going to just choose. Well, I presume has already chosen how they're going to be like deployed in the set. So it's 2 slightly different approaches, but I think that actually tells you a lot about how versatile this is as a piece of gear, even with like 3 switches, essentially. I mean, I'm only really using 2 for most of them, the occasional 3rd switch. Even with your 3 switches, you can do a lot with it. I'm impressed. I'm new to the modelling game and the multi-effects game, and I'm not entirely sold at this point, but I've got to say, it's a great bit of gear. So I think that's probably it for today. As I say, there's going to be more vlogs. If you've enjoyed it, drop us a like on this, please. And, you know, subscribe if you're new around here, or if you've just come across us. Welcome. Welcome aboard. Join me for the next vlog. Till then,